Hi, sixth graders. I have been asked to share with you a sample schedule for what your online learning could look like on a daily basis. So I wanted to start with the schedule that I made for my household and my family. Remember that I have a kindergartner and an almost 4-year-old. So I have some visual elements on the first one because that helps them, my daughter, remember what time that we're at. So they wake up really early. So before 9 a.m., that's their time to wake up, get breakfast, get dressed, make their beds, do all those kinds of things. From 9 to 10, we have morning walk outside time. From 10 to 11, we have a little bit of academic time, but this is without iPads. From 11 to 12, I have creative time, which would be doing any kind of art, drawing, painting, Legos, building. This could be baking or cooking, following a recipe, anything like that. Then we have lunch, chores. I have a little bit of quiet time here. So that would be reading a book, doing puzzles, coloring, just a quiet activity they can play by themselves for a little while. 2:30 to 4 is another block of academic time. So I've spaced it out a little bit. The difference is that this academic time is from the school. So this would be with iPads doing the lessons that the school has provided. Remember, he's in kindergarten, so we'll talk about that in just a minute. A little more outside fresh air time because it's been beautiful. It's finally the first day of spring today, and it's a good time to get outside, especially when we're going to be spending so much time on our devices. It's nice to get outside and get some fresh air, go for a walk, play with your dog, walk around the neighborhood, and just be outside for a little bit. We have dinner, free TV time, and then bedtime by 8 o'clock. So I've taken this example schedule and made it a little more age appropriate for what sixth graders should be doing. So before 9 a.m., waking up, getting breakfast, getting dressed. If you want to sleep in a little bit, we'll talk about that too. So maybe you naturally like to wake up closer to 10, then basically what you would do is just kind of shift all of these times back an hour. So instead of 9 to 10, it would be 10 to 11, for instance. Morning walk outside time. So we still have that in there because it's important for you guys to get outside too. It's good for your brains. So from 10 to 12, this is our first block of academic time. So this would be reading and math. And just like we do at school, we have 2 hours, 1 hour for reading and an hour for math. I recommend the same here. So that would give you time to watch the flip video lesson, try the skill out, practice it, and then have time to read for a little bit or do your math homework for a little bit. Because remember, all assignments that are going to be uploaded will be due that same day. My due dates for reading and writing, it'll be uploaded by 8 a.m. and you have until 11:59 p.m. that day to submit your assignment. So plenty of time, hopefully. Then we have lunch, chores. So this would be laundry, dishes, anything that you can do to help around the house. 1 to 2:30. This is when I deviated a little bit from the other schedule. So I have writing time, so 45 minutes to an hour, and then encore. I'm not really sure what your encore classes are going to look like because I don't have access to those on Canvas like you do. I imagine that your encore teachers will be creating assignments for you and you'll have to complete those the same way. So breaking up that reading and writing time in the morning and a little bit in the afternoon will give you some time to get everything done that you need to without kind of overwhelming you with just sitting and staring at your iPad. It is definitely not going to be on your iPad from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. sitting there doing class because that's just not, even at school, you don't do that. We have lunch, we have transitions, we have passing periods, we have time to practice a skill. We have all kinds of different times built into the day that at home, when you're kind of working one-on-one, you don't have to deal with disruptions or any other distractions. So you can just get your stuff done. I have a little bit of free reading time. So this was quiet time for my kids. This would be like reading a book for a little while, maybe writing, maybe I don't know, doing yoga, meditating, working out, whatever you want to do, but just kind of some quiet time to yourself, doing a puzzle even, whatever that looks like for you. From 4 to 5:30, a little more fresh air time, going outside, get some fresh air. Dinner, free TV time, and then 8:30 showers, bedtime by 9-ish, 9:30. But obviously I have no control over that. That is up to your parents. This is just a recommendation, just a place for basically you to get started. So I will upload this document right here and give you the option to edit it so that you can make changes for what works best for you. So I mentioned earlier, like if you want to sleep in a little bit, then maybe instead of 10 to 12 for math and reading, you would do 11 to 1 p.m. and then you would eat lunch at 1, et cetera, et cetera. So you can make those changes because we're going to be flexible based on what works for you, what works for your family. So let me know if you have any questions about setting this up, but I do recommend that you keep that 2 hours for reading and math and then another hour and a half block at least, no, over here. Yeah, hour and a half block for writing and encore time, and that might need to change. So maybe you take a little bit, like a half an hour out of your free reading time and put it in your writing and encore time. So we will be flexible as we figure this out together.